Take my hand, together we'll fall now, we'll fall now. I don't know what to say, but I'll try my best. It's terribly cliche, 'cause when you...
Hey guys, so today I wanted to kind of talk to you about mine and Sam's relationship after having our baby. And the reason I decided to do this was because I've got a friend who's expecting a baby right now, and she's been telling me just how much her relationship has changed with her boyfriend just since the beginning of their pregnancy. And right now she's only 22 weeks pregnant. I was like, yeah, your relationship will change. So start out with pregnancy definitely changed mine and Sam's relationship, but it changed it for the better. It brought us closer, and it brought us more in tune with each other, and it really did draw us to each other, but we weren't distant to begin with. I want to say that, so don't think that if you get pregnant, it's going to bring you closer with your boyfriend. It won't. Pregnancy, when you're in a committed relationship, though, like in a marriage, it should bring you closer as a couple. And for me and Sam, it did bring us closer being pregnant. After our daughter was born, things changed, and they changed drastically and quickly. When you're in the hospital right after your child is born, it's a fairy tale land, kind of, honestly, because the nurses come in and they tell you when to feed your baby, when to change your baby, they kind of baby you, and people are coming in to visit you, and everybody's so excited, and it's all just, one magical trip to Candyland. It's like not real life yet. It's a game in ways. I don't know how to explain it, but you live in kind of this dream world where everything is so perfect, and you have such a good baby, and you're doing such a great job as new parents. And then you bring your baby home, and reality hits in. And the first week outside the hospital is the hardest week. It is the most trialing week on our relationship that we've ever had. There was a lot of arguing and bickering back and forth. We were both exhausted. I was in so much pain still. I was healing. I'd had that C-section. I couldn't even get out of bed by myself. Sam had to help me all the time. We were just really cranky, and we were not used to being so sleep deprived, and we weren't used to, having to function together and kind of mesh to take care of another person. So the first week was definitely very difficult on our relationship. As the weeks went by, though, it got better. Things got easier. We started to get more in sync with being sleep deprived and getting up all hours of the night and feeding and changing and bathing and everything else that goes in with having a newborn. And it was just that especially the first month of Abrielle's life, we were really crabby with each other, and people in our family definitely noticed, and probably people in the stores even noticed, that we were really not happy being around each other. I was in so much pain, and Sam does not function well without sleep, and at times, we just really butted heads over really nonsense, silly issues, like whose turn it was to change the diaper, and, get up and help me do this, or, we need to wash bottles again, it's time to do baby laundry again, it's time to do our laundry, it's time to give the baby a bath when we haven't had a shower in the last 2 days ourselves. It's just things like that. They really are just the stresses of adjusting to life as new parents will kind of put strain on a relationship. And especially when it's, 4 o'clock in the morning, and for the third, fourth time that night you're up, and you've got a screaming, crying baby, and you're new to breastfeeding, you're trying to latch on, there's diapers to change, and I really felt kind of helpless in a sense, and kind of like I was on my own with the breastfeeding, especially because, that's not something that Sam could really help me with. And I would be trying to get her to latch on, and it wouldn't be working. I'd have to use the nipple shield, and, Sam would just be kind of sitting there helpless because he didn't know what to do either. And we'd just kind of argue back and forth over, that, and trying to decide what was going to be best, what was really going to work for us with feeding our daughter. And so, don't think that I'm saying that our relationship got terrible after she was born. It didn't. It was just that period of getting adjusted to life beyond pregnancy and in our first steps as new parents. Now that we're a little bit more seasoned, things are definitely easier between us. We still argue, especially over whose turn it is to do tasks that are less favorable, such as changing poop diapers. Me and him both, we would change pee diapers all day long. It's just her poop diapers that neither of us enjoy changing. And then, whose turn it is to do the laundry or to wash the bottles. And we finally had to really just get a system of teaming up. Like, one of us puts the clothes into the laundry, into the washing machine to do it, and then the other has to take care of the drying machine. And we switch out with washing bottles. It's one's turn to wash and one's turn to rinse. And same thing with doing diapers. We switch out. Whoever got the poop diaper last time, it's the next person's turn next time around that she feels it. And that's really the way that you kind of have to do things, just to keep it an even balance of workload, and so you all don't wind up arguing over stupid things like diaper changes, laundries, bottles, blah blah blah. And other than that, like with having a baby, romance is definitely a lot different. There's not a whole lot of time for it. We're still, affectionate, good night, I love you. When Sam goes out the door for work, I kiss him and tell him I love him, be careful, have a good night at work, etc. But, we don't have time to really curl up together on the couch and just do nothing, because there's always something that has to be done, whether it's putting away clean baby clothes, changing diapers, restocking the diaper stacker, taking out the trash, washing dishes, doing something all the time, every time you turn around. So there's not a lot of time for that. And since Abrielle was born, we had one date, and that was for our anniversary. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, that did not go well at all for us. We were really super cranky with each other, and it was just really probably one of the worst dates we've ever had. We were just so ugly to each other, and it was really sad too, especially because it was supposed to have been, a special celebration for our anniversary, and it just wasn't. So, moving on. The next thing that's really changed having our baby born is definitely our sex life. Is the fact that obviously for the first, several weeks of her life, we weren't having intercourse, and then once it got to the point where I was well enough to, and we started up again, things really changed there as well. Because of the fact that, we put her down to bed, we think she's asleep, we sneak off to our bed, and we, just kind of start, and you don't get very far. And it's when we stop whatever you're doing and put clothes back on and go to the baby, and the desire has to just get turned off and put on the back burner for quite a while. And it's even with just maybe not even romantic times with each other, but just trying to spend some time together. Like last night, we were trying to just sit in the bathtub together, just sit there and relax and not do anything else, just sit there and chill for 20 minutes or so, and it just couldn't happen. She kept crying, and we kept having to get up, wrap the towel around us, and go and see what was going on with her. And normally it was same thing every single time. Passy fell out of her mouth. So we were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all night. But, in ways, having Abrielle with us has strengthened our relationship. We communicate better now. We work more as a team. We think of ourselves more as a family unit, and we look more into the long-term range of things. It makes us better with planning and decision making, budgeting. We're starting to put aside money and save it up for moving out, for getting married, just even for Christmas shopping for Abrielle's first Christmas in December, even though, that's months and months down the road. I would definitely say that I love Sam just as much, if not more, now than, versus the day that we found out we were pregnant, or before we even got pregnant, like when I was just starting to think, that this could be something really special between me and him. Sam is definitely a great partner. We both have our flaws and we both have areas we need to work on, but all in all, Sam is definitely a wonderful partner. He's a terrific father. Like, honestly, there is nothing that makes me smile bigger than seeing him pick her up and play with her and coo back at her and, hold her and rock her to sleep and just things like that. Like, he is so tender and sweet with her and loving. I'm really proud of Sam and the type of father that he is to Abrielle. So to sum it up, yes, our relationship after having our baby has changed. And it's changed drastically. Our sex life is different. Our time spent together and our time even for ourselves for personal purposes is different. But would I change anything? No. Honestly, I have to say that having Abrielle has made us stronger and better, and our love has only grown.